What's going on, everyone? This is your guy, Pat Bernard, and welcome in to the Nothing But Net 76ers podcast show. And man, the Embiid, Joe Embiid is back. Man, it feels good to see the big guy back on the floor. It definitely does. And I'm your host, Pat Bernard. I am juiced up because the big man's back. Because Joel Embiid came in and took care of business tonight, right here in South Philadelphia, giving the people and reminding the people of what kind of basketball player that he is. Now, I get it. I totally get it. What does the Dallas Mavericks have now, down low, right? What do they have down low that kind of even scare the 76ers and scare Joel Embiid? They had nothing. They had nothing lined up for the big man. And it's funny because Joel Embiid, he records a triple-double tonight. A triple-double. That's crazy. That's absurd. Joel Embiid came in and took care of business. And I am thankful to have Joel Embiid back on the floor. I love Maxey. Everyone knows and Joel Embiid, even Joel Embiid shaking off the rust through the course of this game showed you at 52% that he's better. He's better than 3/4 of the NBA. 3/4 better than the NBA, with him being at 24% or 54%. There was nothing that the Dallas Mavericks tried triple teaming this guy. This guy played bully ball and was bullying his way down low. Fine, and he was linking up a lot tonight with Gershon Upaseli. Oh man, here goes my man Dave Yarn. What's up, Dave? He goes, big man had a nice game. Just one game, Gobbler. Relax. Hey, listen. And he's not going to play tomorrow. We know he's not going to play in the back-to-back. But it's nice to see him on the floor doing his thing. Put a triple-double, 11 boards, 10 assists, and 29 points. Just shy of 30 points. Because the other 30 went to Maxey. And Maxey was cooking in the second half. But no, I just want to say, man, I mean, the instant impact that Joel Embiid had on the floor tonight. And again, you want to talk about paper thin the 76ers were without Joel Embiid. Look at the paper thin that the Dallas Mavericks are until they get Anthony Davis on that floor. Oh my gosh. You could walk your way through down low. They had to put on the double and triple guards because they have no big man down low. And the 76ers smelled the blood in the water. And early in this game, they were doing a nice job keeping the Dallas Mavericks defense off balance, hitting a couple threes in the beginning, just really going to make it effective down low. Being effective down low. And again, credit JoJo. Every time JoJo got the rock, they instantly and immediately Jason Kidd had to put two guys on him because he knows the wrecking ball that he is. He knows the troubles he can cause that team. It was brutal. And of course, the news of the day, speaking of the Dallas Mavericks, we're going to lose Caleb Martin today, and he's going to go down there and play for them. And good riddance. See you later. We don't know what's next, but we do know we have a 76ers win today. We do know that they bounced back into the win column. We do know they got Joel Embiid back. And it's nice to have. It's a great X factor because what he brings to the table. And like I said, he's like at 54% health, right? He was shaking off the rust. There was a couple the turnovers were pretty bad early with the 76ers team that the Dallas Mavericks read and saw what they want to do with the basketball. But there was no stopping Joel Embiid from being a playmaker, linking up with Gershon Upaseli. And then when you have to deal with Joel Embiid, you had to deal with Tyrese Maxey. And Tyrese Maxey became a little too uncomfort because Maxey himself put up a double-double. Over 30 points, 10 assists. There was nothing that the Dallas Mavericks had. Now, listen, they had, of course, that the offense was running through Kyrie Irving tonight. He had 34 points tonight. He was pretty sharp. But what else was there? Like, what else could they have done? Now, Klay Thompson was starting to cook in the second half with a couple three-pointers. He averaged like 12 points in this game. Dave Arnold checking in again. He goes, with the big man on the floor, it makes Maxey's game a lot easier. Yeah, it does. And it does. He's not carrying the team, Dave, on his back. He's actually playing complementary basketball with someone who's got just as about who's just there with talent wise. And you said it best. It does make things easier for him. Like, again, Kelly Oubre wasn't really much of an X factor. I mean, he made a couple nice shots through the course of the game. But, I mean, it wasn't like the end-all, be-all like you had been waiting on all last week. It made him relax, too. Justin Edwards tonight had double-digit points tonight. He had a huge clutch block that really put the Sixers over the edge tonight and really got them their dub. I mean, again, the Sixers, man, it's a never-die attitude. There's a never-die attitude with the 76ers team. And I would be lying to you for the past week and a half. I've been excited watching 76ers basketball. It's more thrilling right now to watch that over the Flyers hockey. But yeah, they've done a fine job tonight, making plays, doing all those things, making things happen. It was great. It was great to see complimentary basketball tonight. And you saw it, and it's good to bounce in the win column after you lost two. You lost a tight one against Denver, and then you lost a tight one Sunday night against B-Town in prime time. So, hey, listen, it worked out for this team. I'm happy. 76ers fans should be happy. They got something brewing and cooking now. Again, tomorrow they'll be playing small ball because the big man's not going to be playing. He already made it clear that he's not going to play double-double. And you have to go face this Miami Heat team that's coming in here. But that's okay because I believe, if you could believe in Joe Hendry, I could believe in Tyrese Maxey. And my man cranks it up in the second half. He was really, I mean, he was decent in the first half, but second half he was really making his shots. I saw opportunities of him, again, cutting through to the rack, him hitting transition three-pointers. He was really, really good tonight. Really good. He was really good. I liked everything I saw. And how about Upaseli really cranking it up? He was sufficient down low. A lot of these guys are sufficient down low. Kelly Oubre, getting some points, getting some buckets. That's all that matters. These guys are making their shots count. And I'm really excited for what I saw. 76ers win tonight a tight one. But however, like I said, we all know that they had better shooters. Dallas Mavericks had better shooters. But for the 76ers, again, to go toe-to-toe in another dogfight battle in South Philly and walk out with a W is huge. It's huge. So I want to go quickly. I want to go player of the game, and of course he's back, and I gotta give it to him. A triple double to my man Joel Embiid, being a playmaker, 10 assists, 11 rebounds, just shy of 30 points. You have to give it to Joel Embiid in my eyes to be your MVP of the night, because he was a difference maker all one game. And even in triple, again, this is the old Joel Embiid that I got to see in double coverage and triple coverage at times, and that meant nothing to him. That meant nothing to him. He was really sufficient. I loved everything I got to saw from the big man. Good stuff. He is. It's good to have him back. And like I said, other guys have stepped up. Of course, Kelly Oubre, Gershon Novoselic stepped up. He's been coming on better. He's put on some more points. Didn't shoot too well from the perimeter. Justin Edwards tonight had a nice little game. He had, I think, 3 or 4 threes tonight. 3 threes, I believe. But still, no, 4 threes. He had 4 threes tonight. He looked really, really solid. Again, guys stepping up from the perimeter, which this team needs. It needs a decent perimeter shooter. And if you can pull that out, that's, hey, look, more power to you. So, again, I'm going to quickly go over the scoreboard of tonight. 76ers win by a bucket, winning 118-116 over the Dallas Mavericks. A couple moves were made through through today between both teams. Day says Kyrie's fun to watch. He's so good. Yeah, he's great. Look, again, he can still hurt you. Again, the offense of the Dallas Mavericks tonight ran through him. He was scary. He's the major portion why that the Mavericks had an opportunity tonight to compete with the 76ers. But, however, and the Sixers, it looked like they struggled defending in transition. So that looked like it was a little bit of a problem. But anyway, let me get in some of these other scoreboards. The Knicks, 5 minutes left in the game, up in Toronto. Knicks 108-104. Game of the night right here. Celtics and Cavs, the two top teams in the East, 1 and 2. The Celtics are now winning with 6 minutes, 6 and plus change left, 97-89. So, yeah, they're causing havoc up there in Cleveland. The Rockets, it's been a little bit of a losing spell. Getting thumped right now. Losing down 80-84 to the Brooklyn Nets. Well, what's going on there? Only 5 minutes, 5 minutes and some change left. Miami Heat, who will be here tomorrow, is in Chicago taking care of business, winning 100-94. Still another quarter basketball left. The red hot Pacers will be in face-off against the Trailblazers, and that's at 10 o'clock tonight. And, of course, the 5 and 6 seed, the Battle of L.A., Lakers and Clippers at 10 o'clock. Jeez. Here comes the Debbie Downer. Here comes Mr. Diaper. Mr. Pierce Nipples, as they like to call him at other places, at the Blue Oyster. No. He says Embiid stinks. Oh, God. Yeah, the triple double, Mike. You can't say he stinks. You can't say that. He missed a month of basketball. Rusty. And he put up a triple-double tonight. Unreal. Dale's trying to guard him off of 3 occasions. My main man Mike says the 76ers need a tank. Well, that wasn't their plans weren't to tank, but now they're just a Miller rut team. But you listen, the way they've been playing basketball in the last week and some change has been interesting to watch. And they've been in these dogfight games, if you will, these drag out, knockout games, and they've competed. They have competed against good quality teams. They've actually beaten Cleveland. They've actually put away some other teams. I can't. He says Mike says he still stinks. Can't win with him. Well, I don't know if they can win without him either. That's the problem. Well, I mean, they've showed you they've won without him. Like Dave Yarnell said, it does make a complementary helper when your big man is when your team is surrounded by with just Maxey, and he does emulate some help. Again, just because the Dallas Mavericks didn't have Anthony Davis in the lineup tonight, they had put 3 people on Joel Embiid, on him. And Joel Embiid, we all both know he's like at 54%. I do agree with this one. Mike, you're 100% right. He says the team needs to build around Maxey. He's right. I love Joel Embiid. I love what he brings. I'm glad he got to hang out with his family tonight. All the cheers and all that stuff, and what he does on the floor. But the big but is you really he can't. It's not his fault. It's the injury bug. Unfortunately, it happens to great players. But he's the injury bug has took a toll on him. I've seen it with a lot of greats in this city, right? I've seen it with my favorite childhood hockey player, right? I got to see it with Lindros. I saw his career end like that. I thought he's going to be the guy who brings this city multiple Stanley Cups. Well, he has only been to one. And out of his own mouth, facing him, he said that Red Wings team was totally just head and shoulders better. And he admitted it. So, what they blow a 20-point lead against Boston. Yeah, listen, and JoJo wasn't in that game. And you got to remember, Maxey's carrying a lot of garbage. Really, he's carrying a lot of old, washed up names to get through, Mike. He is. I mean, for last week and some change, they battled. The other guys have stepped up. Kelly Oubre and so forth have stepped up. Even Eric Gordon has stepped up. How do you feel about the trade? You know what? I like it. I believe it or not, I love the trade. See you later, Cleb Martin. Bye-bye. Get out of here. Adios. You are very inconsistent. Adios. I like with the move that Nick Nurse or Elton Brands and whoever, great move. Great move. I thought it was great. Caleb Martin was inconsistent. He's got this weird stroke. The only game that to me that really he only showed up like in a handful of games that he stood out. I'll give him the Christmas game against the Boston Celtics, but other than that, he didn't do anything for me. He didn't. The Sixers know they got to get younger. But anyway, listen, I'm going to get ready to wrap up the show here. Again, MVP of the game, Joel Embiid, triple-double. I have to give it to him. He stood out to me. Really, really solid job. Again, being a playmaker. Even Ricky Council, I got to give some love though tonight. Ricky Council making some plays, coming off the bench, getting some double-digit points, making things matter. He's about the only player off the bench that's actually being meaningful for what Nick Nurse has in his rotation. He's about the only piece off the bench. And I'm going to go grades of the game. And if I'm going to go with a grade of the game, I'm probably going to have to give this team a B. I think that's fair to say about the 76ers tonight because I didn't like the turnover ratio. The turnovers were hurting me tonight. Were hurting me tonight. But listen, they take a big win. Now you might catch Miami being all fatigued because they're coming from Chicago. Who knows what they'll do tomorrow? And we saw how Maxey could just put this team on his back and look like a Ghostbuster out there. But anyway, guys, listen, I got to get going. I got to do Flyers postgame show later tonight. So for all you night owls, keep up. And Mike, I know you and I will be busy all through the course of the day tomorrow with our 9 to 5. So anyway, for everyone who's checked in, I am Pat Bernard. I appreciate you guys checking me out right here on the Stream Punk Entertainment Network. For everyone who's checked in from Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, please subscribe to Stream Punk Entertainment and have a great one. Have a great night, everyone.